Welcome to Therapeutic Yoga. Today's class, we are going to be focusing on shoulder impingement. Now, for those of you that have had shoulder problems before, I guarantee you've probably heard that term. And the thing is that generally speaking, shoulder impingement in and of itself does not equal shoulder pain. So what generally gets you to a doctor's office or to a physical therapist or to an orthopedic surgeon are the terms like tendinitis or tendinosis or bursitis or osteoarthritis or labral tears. I could keep going on and on and on when it comes to dysfunction and diagnoses of the shoulder. But those are generally the ones that get people to the doctor because those are the ones that create inflammation and therefore create pain. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, when you have pain, you do something about it. On the other hand, shoulder impingement is a natural process, particularly secondary shoulder impingement is a natural process of poor posture that if we can think about our shoulder joint, the glenohumeral joint, as a ball and a socket, well, it is primarily affecting the position of the socket. So when I say that, understand that the socket of your ball and socket of your shoulder directly connects to your shoulder blade. In fact, it is all the exact same bone. And so what generally happens with the most common type of shoulder impingement related to postural dysfunction is that the shoulder blade, the scapula, which is also the socket of the ball, creates a malposition that is forward, often elevated, and often turned inward. That doesn't necessarily mean that the ball and the arm part of that ball and socket follow suit. And so when that is the case, that's when we start to have those painful conditions like a biceps tendonitis or a rotator cuff tendinosis or tear or any of those types of things. So what we're going to be focusing on today is true postural shoulder impingement that is due to poor posture, obviously, meaning that the shoulder blades are forward, upward rotated, and internally rotated. Now, many people think that the most common cause of postural shoulder impingement is, you know what, you just sit slumped. Well, I'm not necessarily going to agree, but I am going to suggest that one of the main causes of shoulder impingement are that you sleep on your side. So just like people who sleep on their stomach are very prone to neck and low back issues, individuals that are side sleepers are very prone to shoulder issues and hip issues. Well, today we're focusing on these ones. Now, I want to point out why side sleeping is such a difficult and problematic issue for shoulder impingement. When we sleep on our side, the goal of your head and neck pillow is to literally fill in the space between your shoulder and your neck. So if you've got a good enough of a pillow, that in fact can happen so that your neck stays in a nice neutral position. However, for most individuals, what happens when the pillow is insufficient is rather than getting a more efficient pillow, all that they do is shorten the space between the neck, the head, and the shoulder and collapse everything inward as they sleep on their side. It is the first thing that begins to allow that shoulder blade to lose its position of neutrality relative to the rib cage. So 2 points and 2 things I want to suggest if you are a side sleeper at home watching this and you know you have issues with your shoulder. 1, make sure that you have sufficient pillow height to fill in the space of this big space here. So oftentimes it needs to be more pillow than most individuals think. 2, if you are somebody that is dealing with shoulder pain, don't be passive about it. Don't assume that just doing a couple exercises or get a cortisone injection, which we now know increases your risk of tendon injury, is going to fix the problem. Start to fix the posture problems. One thing you can do with sleeping is you can use a very, very thin pillow and place it underneath your rib cage to literally decompress your shoulder. Have this pillow bigger, so I actually need a third pillow in this demonstration, so that your neck stays completely in neutral and your shoulder is unloaded. So just a couple of tips and hints from the field relative to sleeping and sleeping positions and the glorious shoulder problems that we see. I will tell you, it's much easier to instruct a person or a patient on efficient sleeping to fix a shoulder problem than it is for that same person to pay time and time again to go to physical therapy and go to their orthopedic surgeons and do techniques that aren't ultimately fixing the cause. So if you have shoulder issues and you're a side sleeper, think about the two things that I discussed today: adding more height to your pillow underneath your head and your neck, and decompressing the actual shoulder. So maybe putting some support under your rib cage. All right, so now let's kind of get started with what we're going to be dealing with today. We're going to be focusing this entire class on trying to reposition the socket part of the ball and socket joint, as well as thinking about repositioning the shoulder blades. So if I do my job well, you will learn that more than half of the shoulder impingement problems that occur have nothing to do with the shoulder. It has everything to do with the shoulder blade. So when we talk about the shoulder blade, there are a few muscles that have a major tendency to become very tight. So we're going to begin today's class focusing on stretching out those tissues that become too tight. And then we're going to spend the remainder of our class focusing on how to strengthen the shoulder blade. Or shoulder blades. It is so important to keep the shoulder blades on the rib cage, not allow them to become part of your neck. All right, so find yourself in a seated position. Once you're in a nice seated position, grab a strap or some sort of belt or something. You're going to need that. We're going to be using it up over the trapezius area. And just kind of rest it onto your thighs for a second. Let's get ourselves in a nice, good, efficient seated position here. So just kind of roll your pelvis forward and backward a couple times for me. And find your sit bones and sit nice and tall. So imagine that your spine just got a little extra long. Feel right now if there's any weight on your feet or your legs. Is it easy for you to pick them up? If so, you're not on your base of support. So allow that nice tall spine and that rib cage and that lumbar spine and that pelvis to stay still, and just allow yourself to hinge a tiny bit forward from your hips so you feel weight go down through your legs. All right, now let's see if we can actively just change the shoulder position some. So what we're going to do today, bring your hands to the center of your heart. Take an inhale and lift your arms up overhead. Imagine that there's a doorway that you're standing inside. Turn your palms. As you start to exhale, reach your palms down and up the top of the doorway, and then try to bring your palms and your forearm down the side of the doorway. So if your hands come too far forward, you kind of are losing that positioning of that scapula or shoulder blade. Let's try it again and see if we can get real breath with the movement this time. So inhale, lift the arms up, lengthen the spine, turn the palms, hold your breath, come out a little bit. Now, as you exhale, keep your spine tall and feel like if you were in that doorway, those forearms are coming all the way down. Now, really pinch between your shoulder blades here, and then just gently let your arms come down on your thighs. Hopefully, that's been a way for you to kind of set your shoulder blade in a neutral position. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, maybe even put a smile on your face today. Gently close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. We're just going to do 3 nice deep inhales and exhales through our belly. So using just our belly breath here, take a deep inhale into your belly for 3, 2, 1. Exhaling out through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more times. Inhaling into the belly. 3, 2, 1. Exhaling out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, inhaling in, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling out, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Grab your strap, place your strap up and over your right shoulder. So we're going to be focusing on a particular muscle today called your levator scapulae. Scapulae, obviously meaning it attaches back there to that shoulder blade, but it unfortunately attaches all the way up your neck. So when the shoulder blade comes up and forward, that muscle is a key muscle that gets very tight. So I'm going to teach you how you can kind of lengthen that muscle with a strap if you have shoulder problems that you cannot reach your arm overhead. Second, we're going to do the exact same muscle without the strap. So place the strap up and over your right neck area where it meets kind of the arch of your, or the angle of your shoulder. Hold that strap with your right hand in front of you. Grab that strap behind you on your left side. Gently just kind of tilt your head a tiny bit to the right, just to kind of loosen up the upper trapezius a little bit. And then really start to pull that strap with the left arm so that you feel all of the muscles of your thoracic girdle, or that connection between your neck and your shoulder, pull backwards. Once you have that pull, what I want you to do is to turn your head to the left today, and then lengthen your neck, settle your chin, and gently attempt to dive your chin into your left armpit. Ladies and gentlemen, do you feel that muscle? I hope you do. Take a deep inhale into your belly for 3, 2, 1. Exhaling out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhaling into the belly for 3, 2, 1. And then exhaling out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bringing your neck back up, releasing the strap, and switching the strap to the left side. So on this side, check in that the strap is placed where that angle becomes between the shoulder and the neck. Hold the strap in the front on the left side. Grab the strap behind you on the right side. In this position, side bend your head a little bit just to loosen up the tissues of that thoracic girdle, and then use that right arm to pull that strap all the way back. You'll feel the tissues pull backwards when you do that. Once you have that, just gently bring your head back up to a neutral position. Turn your head to the right, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, and dive your chin down into that right armpit. Good golly, Trudy, I am tight on this left side. Now, find your breath, please. Take a deep inhale into your belly. 3, 2, 1. Exhaling out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling belly, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. So levator scapulae stretching using a strap. Now, take your strap. We are not done with it today, but just gently place it beside your yoga mat so we'll have it for a little bit later in class. Now we're going to tackle the exact same muscle, just a little bit of a different way. So take your right arm and inhale your right arm up, and then as you exhale, drop your right hand down between that area between your neck and your rib cage. Have your right elbow pointed straight upward. Make sure your spine is nice and tall. Make sure there's weight in your feet or legs. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Take your left arm, inhale the arm up, and then on the exhale, bring your hand up and over your head. See if you can get it that your left elbow is pointed forward, your right elbow is pointed up towards the ceiling. Now, we're going to do the same order of movement we just did. So in this position, keep the right elbow upwards. We're stretching the right side. Gently rotate your head to the left. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Take a deep inhale here, and then on the exhale, use the left arm to dive that chin into the left armpit. Now, take an inhale here, lift the right arm up, and then as you exhale, can you dive that chin any further?
Maintaining this for 2 deep diaphragmatic breaths. Deep inhale into the belly. 3, 2, 1. And then exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time. Inhaling 3, 2, 1. And then exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, lifting your head back up, and then exhaling your arms down. So obviously, if you're that person at home that is currently dealing with shoulder imbalance, also known as shoulder impingement, but you're having pain, this particular way of stretching may not be the right way for you because it's going to cause pain. But the way we did with the strap, you probably can safely do. All right, let's do the opposite side. So inhale that left arm up, and then as you exhale, drop that arm behind so that it's kind of at the base of the neck. Left elbow is pointed all the way up. Keep your neck nice and long, chin settled in, weight through the legs, spine nice and long. Right arm now, inhale that arm up and then kind of cup that hand up and around the head so that the right elbow is forward, the left elbow is up towards the ceiling. Now lengthen the neck, settle the chin. Same order we just did. So rotate the head to the right first. Lengthen the neck, settle the chin, take a deep inhale. Exhale, use that right arm to pull the chin towards the armpit. Take an inhale, lift that left elbow up. As you exhale, tuck that chin towards that armpit. 2 deep diaphragmatic breaths here. Deep inhale into your belly. 3, 2, 1. And exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that again. Inhaling, 3, 2, 1, and exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift the head up, and then exhale, relax the arms down. All right, so if I am going to teach you 2 different ways to lengthen one muscle, chances are it's a very important muscle to be focusing on if you've got shoulder impingement. But now let's take our attention to the chest muscles. They are equally tight if somebody has been in shoulder impingement or shoulder blade malposition for a really long time, either on both shoulders or just one shoulder. And so what we want to do is we want to try to lengthen through this area without arching the back. So let's get ourselves back into that pivot prone position, hands to the center of your heart. Take a deep inhale, lift your arms up, frame that doorway now, hold your breath, bring it out. As you exhale, come down, pull your elbows down. Can you check in with both of your forearms that they're pointed straight up and down like you'd be in that doorway? Very nice. Now in this position, keep your left arm where it is. With your right arm, simply inhale, lengthen the arm outward, and then as you exhale, reach the arm behind you as you start to feel muscle length stretching through your chest. You can, in this position, inhale a little higher or exhale a little lower. It's wherever you feel the tightest. I feel it right here, so this is where I'm going to stay. Now, lengthen your spine, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Keep pulling down with that left shoulder blade, right hand. Inhale, lengthen it away. Exhale, reach it back a little bit more. Always keep the length so you can connect to that pectoralis muscle. One more time. Inhale, lengthen it away, and then exhale, reach it back a little bit more. Beautiful. Inhale both arms back up, and then exhale, bring your hands down to the center of your heart. Let's repeat that all over on the left side. So take a deep inhale here. Lift the arms up, hold your breath, frame the top of the door, and then as you exhale, drop the arms down as you framed into that door. Now check in. Is your right forearm perpendicular to the ground or in line with that fake doorway? And so is your left. Take the right, maintain it there. Keep training those shoulder blade muscles while we stretch out this left pectoralis muscle. So take an inhale, lengthen your left arm outward, and then as you exhale, gently pull the arm back a little tiny bit. Do you feel stretching in your chest? Do you need to go a little lower? Do you need to go a little higher? For me, I'm perfect right here. That's where I feel my chest muscle.
Keep pulling the right arm back and down, shoulder blade back and down. Now, with the left arm, inhale, really lengthen it out. And as you exhale, just imagine it slowly coming behind you a little bit more. Do not let your trunk rotate. One more breath, deep inhale. And then as you exhale, allow it to go behind you. Very nice. Inhale, both of the arms up, and then exhale, dropping the arms down. Very good. One more muscle we're going to tackle in sitting before we change our positions, and that is the latissimus muscle. The latissimus muscle is one of the biggest muscles that connects our shoulders, our shoulder blades, to our lower half. So oftentimes, if our posture problem with our shoulder blades that causes shoulder impingement is related to sitting poorly, this is the muscle you want to tackle. So let's do our right side first. So just gently place your left hand on your bolster. We're going to assume today that some of you doing this at home might have shoulder pain. So just take an inhale with your right arm up, and then as you exhale, just kind of place your arm up and over your head so that you're not in full range abduction with that right shoulder. You can even hold to the side of the head to lower the arm even more if you like. Now, the focus is on the right elbow here. So keeping your spine nice and tall, weight through your feet. Take a deep inhale, reach the elbow upward. And then as you exhale, let the left elbow bend, side bend, but keep trying to lengthen the right elbow from the sit bone on the right side. Can you find that length? Now, take a deep inhale, reach that left elbow higher, and then as you exhale, either maybe side bend a little bit more, or maybe even rotate your trunk a little bit. Let's do those 2 deep diaphragmatic breaths right here. So deep inhale into your belly. 3, 2, 1, and then exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale into the belly. 3, 2, 1. Exhaling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lifting back up, and then exhale, dropping that right arm down. All right, let's repeat it all over on this left side. So rest the right hand down on your bolster, left arm. Inhale it up, and then as you exhale, bring it up and over your head. You can equally keep it to the same side if you have a little bit more shoulder problems on the left side. You can obviously bring it all the way up if you want to at home. Totally up to you here. I'm just giving you options if you were to have shoulder impingement. Now, it's about lengthening the left elbow from the left sit bone. So take an inhale, reach it up, and then as you exhale, bend that right elbow and side bend over. Sit into that left sit bone. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach that left elbow up, and then as you exhale, side bend and sit into that left sit bone. Rotate if you feel like that's what you need to do. Now let's do those 2 diaphragmatic breaths here. So maintaining this stretch, nice deep inhale. 3, 2, and 1, and then exhaling out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 3, 2, 1, and then exhaling out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling, coming back up, and then exhaling, dropping that arm down. Very nice. Okay. Let's make our way onto our hands and knees. Now, we are still going to use our bolster for, I'm hoping, a really fun exercise to train those shoulder blade muscles. So just gently take your bolster off to the side. We will meet back with it again in a few moments. And then find yourself in a hands and knees position here. So go ahead and get your knees hip distance. Look behind, make sure your feet and your ankles are so that you cannot see them, in line with your knees, and then stack your hips directly on top of your knees. Walk your hands forward so that your wrists and elbows are underneath your shoulders. Index fingers forward, thumbs all the way inwards, and then spread out those outer 3 fingers. Now, in this position, play for a minute with the rotation through your arms. Find the position that your elbow creases kind of point upward towards the top of your mat. So can you find that position where they gently point upward towards your mat? Now, I really want you to focus on the shoulder blades through cat-cows today. So as you inhale, really squeeze the shoulder blades back and down, sink the belly, sink the spine, lift the tailbone up, lengthen the neck and look upward. Then as you exhale,
Spread the shoulder blades apart, stretch that spine, tuck that tailbone under, chin to chest, and look into the belly. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, start with your shoulder blades first. Pull them back and down, let the belly drop, tailbone lifts, lengthen the neck and look upward. And then as you exhale, curl it all under, but really spread those shoulder blades, chin to chest, look into your belly button. 1 more time. Inhale, sink everything down, lengthen the neck, squeeze those shoulder blades back and down, and exhale, curl everything up, but really push into those arms, spread those shoulder blades, chin to chest. Now keep your chin to your chest, slowly sit yourself back into your child's pose, sitting your heels and your sit bones towards one another, gently dropping the crown of your head towards the floor, and then gently just letting your elbows rest here for a moment. So we are going to tackle rabbit pose. Now, rabbit pose is about starting to create space between those shoulder blades. The reason we want to do rabbit pose is so that by lengthening through those tissues between your shoulder blades, in a few moments when we start strengthening those tissues, you'll get a better idea of how to pull those shoulder blades back and down. So gently rest the crown of your head onto the floor. If your head does not reach the floor, so if the hairline does not reach the floor, either use a bolster, use a block, use something to rest the crown of your head down. The reason that is important with rabbit pose is you're going to be actually transferring weight onto your neck. So I want to make sure it's as long as it can be. So gaze back between your feet. Keep your head resting on the surface you're on. Take your hands and walk your hands backward towards your heels. Now, in this position, pull your shoulder blades away from your neck. So use your biceps to pull your shoulder blades away from the neck. Keep your gaze straight back between your toes, and then slowly inhale and lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling as you straighten through the knees to try to stack your hips directly on top of your knees. Feel that stretch throughout the upper thoracic girdle and between your shoulder blades. Take a deep inhale in here. I know it's difficult, but give it a try. Then exhaling out. Nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out, and then gently drop your sit bones back down to your heels and relax for a minute. Incidentally, only because I received an email about this last week, somebody asked, what is the best yoga pose you can suggest for hypothyroidism? And what I will tell every person is my best yoga pose that I teach patients and yoga clients is exactly what you just did. So if you have problems with your thyroid, when you do rabbit pose, you're really doing a good job at compressing your thyroid and your parathyroid organs, which allows it, once you uncompress it, to get good circulation of blood. So rabbit pose, good for the thyroid. All right. Now let's move on to stretching out those latissimus muscles a little bit more. The latissimus muscles a little bit more. So come back onto your hands and knees for me, ladies and gentlemen. Take your right arm and reach nice and high. So go as high as you can towards the top left mat without letting your hips come forward. So how far can you reach to reach? Once you're there, keep your left hand where it is. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, pull your shoulder blades down, and try to drop your head towards your left hand. You'll feel that stretching through the right shoulder. Sit back what you can. You're not making it to your heels. Take a deep inhale into your belly for 3, 2, 1, and then that exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that again, please. Inhaling 3, 2, 1, and then exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly inhaling, coming back up. Find your hands back to hands and knees, and then take the left hand. Reach the left hand as high up to the right side as you can without your hips coming forward.
How high can you reach? Keep your right hand where it is. It's what you're going to be settling your head down onto. Take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, pull the shoulder blades down, and try to settle your head towards your right hand. Feel that beautiful opening through that left shoulder. Deep inhale here, 3, 2, 1, and then exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Deep inhale, 3, 2, 1, and exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling, coming back up, and then exhaling, relaxing your hands. Now, take your bolster and place your bolster in the center-ish of your mat. And you're going to allow your bolster to be your support for your low back. So if you can think about where your hip pointers are, place your hip pointers at the very back of that bolster. So and grab your yoga strap, guys. Grab your yoga strap while you're at it. So in this position, what I want you to do is just kind of check back that you see that your feet are about 6 inches or about hip distance apart, and let your legs relax. Because you've got that bolster underneath, you just kind of let your tailbone and your sacrum settle. It will allow your low back to decompress while we kind of play with the shoulder blades here, all right? And then in this position, once you're there, place your elbows onto the floor so that you can feel that position for you where your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Now, simply take an inhale and attempt to pinch your shoulder blades together. Can you see that when you do it, your head goes into a forward position? And then as you exhale, spread your shoulder blades apart. Can you see that your neck lengthens? All right, so we want to stay with those shoulder blades kind of engaged apart, lengthening your neck, settling your chin in. Bring your hands palm down, lengthen that neck, gaze between your thumbs here. Keep those shoulder blades engaged. Don't let yourself collapse. Take an inhale and turn your palms up. And then as you exhale, turn your palms down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, turning the palms up. Engage through the shoulder blades, ladies and gentlemen. Exhale, turn them down. It's kind of like doing 2 things at once here. Last time, inhaling, turning the palms up. And then as you exhale, turn the palms down. Now really keep the pull between the shoulder blades, but grab your strap. Simply take your strap and kind of hold it between your hands. You've got it. Keep that pull between the shoulder blades. Now start to gently try to pull your strap apart. So it's like you're trying to turn your arms outward. Palms are up, turning the arms outward. You will feel all of those beautiful muscles engage in your shoulders. Keep those shoulder blades engaged, lengthen the neck, settle the chin. Take a deep inhale into the bolster and into your belly. 3, 2, 1, and then exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhaling, I'm still pulling. I hope you are too. 3, 2, 1, and then exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Slowly bring yourself back up onto hands and knees. Now, here's where we are trying something new. So here's what I want you to do. Take your yoga strap on your bolster. If you've got a traditional yoga bolster that you're using at home, it has side straps. Thread your yoga strap through the strap that is on your yoga bolster. Now, if you're using cushions or pillows at home, give it a try. It's just that your strap's not going to be anchored. So that could be a little bit of a problem for you, but I still want you to give it a try. Once you have your yoga strap around that strap in your bolster, just gently allow the strap to kind of come out to the side on both sides. Then take your trusty block and place your block underneath or to the bottom of that yoga bolster, because we are going to lay on this entire thing. But your pelvis is what is going to be on the yoga block. Your rib cage and head are going to be on the bolster. So allow yourself to kind of get your pelvis to the front edge or to the corner of that yoga block. Yes, I know you'll feel your hip rotators. It's just momentary. And then allow yourself to gently lay yourself down so that as you're laying down, you can feel that the yoga block is underneath your pelvis. So if you can imagine your waistband should be somewhere at the bottom part of the bolster, and your head should now be resting on the bolster. Now, if you are really tall, you might need a yoga block or two. We can't make our bolster longer, but we can add more to the bottom. And so that's what I would suggest you do at home if you are a little bit of a longer body here. Just check in that you can reach your right yoga strap with your right hand and that you can reach your left yoga strap with your left hand. We are not using them yet, but just kind of feel that they're in that position. Now, remember the key muscle of the front of our body that tends to get tight with shoulder impingement is the pectoralis muscle. So what we're going to do here is work on opening up the pectoralis muscle one more time, another option than the one that I gave you in sitting. So take your right arm, please, and just gently place your right arm out to the side. Allow yourself to feel that as you're laying on the bolster, as your elbow is straight, start to bring your arm up on the floor until you just begin to feel a little bit of tension in the front of your shoulder. Once you feel that tension in the front of your shoulder, I want you to take an inhale and lengthen your right arm long, straighten your elbow, and then as you exhale, let your knees and yourself slightly rotate to the left. So don't roll off of your block, but feel a little bit of a rotation as you add a bit of length to that pectoralis muscle. In that position, lengthen your neck and settle your chin. Take a deep inhale into your belly for 3, 2, 1. And then exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reposition your arm if you need more tension in the front of your chest. Take that deep inhale, lengthen the arm. As you exhale, rotate your trunk, let your knees fall to the left. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Deep inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then inhaling, bringing your trunk back to the center, and then exhaling, dropping the right arm down. So you're not going to see my left one, but I'm going to talk you through it because my left one's going to be on the floor here. But place your left arm on the floor, elbow straight. As you start to slide the arm up, feel that point where you start to feel tension into the right chest area. How high does your arm get? Then allow yourself to take an inhale, lengthen the left arm away. And as you exhale, just gently rotate. Let your knees just gently fall a little bit to the right, adding to that stretch through that left side. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Take a deep inhale here. 3, 2, 1. And exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Lengthening that arm, inhaling it, maybe dropping the knees a bit more, exhaling, and lengthening the neck, settling the chin. Take a deep inhale, 3, 2, 1, and exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then inhale, lift your knees and your pelvis back up, and then exhale, just relax the left arm down. All right, now, grab your strap for me. Now, if you can imagine, in this position, we can frame that door like we framed that door in sitting. That's what we're going to be focusing on doing today, but we're going to try to use our yoga strap to be a little bit of resistance as we go through that movement. So you're not going to do this exercise with both arms together. You're going to pull with one arm to provide the resistance as you're pulling down with the opposite arm. So I'm going to demonstrate it with my right arm.
I will then turn me around so that I can demonstrate it and do it with you with the left arm. So find your yoga strap on both sides. Once you have your yoga strap on both sides, position your arms in what I like to call goal post position. So have it so that you can see your elbows are at about shoulder height and your elbows are running, your forearms are running parallel to the floor. Now, don't let your arms drop towards the floor, but keep them in line with your shoulders. In this position, grip the yoga strap, squeeze back and down with your shoulder blades. You should already feel what we're going to be working here. Now, the left arm is going to be your resistance for the right arm. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, try to pull the right elbow down towards your waistline. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, pull it down. The left is giving you your resistance. Inhale, pull it back up. Keep the forearm parallel to the floor, exhaling down. Let's do 2 more times. Inhale, lift that arm up. And then exhale, pull down as the left arm is resisting. And 1 more time, inhale, lifting up. And then exhale, pull down as the left arm resists. Beautiful, relax yourself. Now, you do not need to move. However, I am gonna do a quick little turnaround so that I can repeat this exercise with you on the left side and not confuse you. Because chances are, as I talk through it, I'll probably say the wrong side if I'm not actually doing it with you. So make sure that you've got your yoga strap again in both hands. Place yourself so that you feel like you're in that cactus pose position. So look at your elbow. Does it line up with your shoulder? Don't let it drop behind you. That can strain the front of your shoulder. Have your forearm parallel with the floor on the left side. That's the side that we're strengthening now. The right side is just our resistance, so you can do anything you want with the right side. As you're in that position, take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, pull your shoulder blades back and down. Feel it pinching into the bolster. All right, let's give this a try. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, resist as you pull that elbow down into the left side of your body. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, pulling down. The right arm is resisting the left arm. Inhale, coming up. 3 more times. Exhale, coming down. I'm weaker on this side. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, pull it back and down. Just 1 more time. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, pulling it back and down. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, relax it. And we are done with that. Now, in this position, I just can't help myself. Let's just do a quick miniature little hip opener. So take your right knee to your chest, take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, pull your knee into your chest. Then take your left leg and slide it straight down. Push the left leg down into the floor. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, pull the right knee into the chest. Inhale, push the left leg down into the floor. Exhale, pull the right knee into the chest. Let's do that 1 more time. Inhale, push the left leg down into the floor, and then exhale, pull the right knee into the chest. Good job, guys. Slide the left leg up, and then release the right foot to the floor. Let's repeat that on the opposite side. So take the inhale as the left knee comes to chest, and as you exhale, pull your knee into your chest. Right leg, take an inhale here, and as you exhale, straighten that leg out. So nice deep inhale here. Exhale, pull that left knee into your chest. Now, on your inhale, engage your right leg, push it down into the floor. Exhale, pull your left knee into your chest. 1 more time. Inhale, push the right leg down. And exhale, pull that left knee into your chest. Beautiful job. Slowly inhale, slide the right leg up. Exhale, release the left foot to the floor. Gently allow yourself to roll off of your bolster and your block. Place your block away from you. You're done with that. Allow yourself to take the yoga strap away from your bolster. Yoga strap, you're done with that. Move your bolster off into the side, and you're done with that. Now,
Slowly allow yourself to come down through the side of your body and then just gently rolling over onto your back. Once you're on your back, keep your knees bent, keep your feet flat. Feel where your shoulder blades are and see how you would be able to flatten those shoulder blades down onto the mat. Bring your arms all the way out into a perfect T formation with the floor. This is where we're going to start today with the floor training of our shoulder blade muscles. So now in this position with your hands straight out to the side, allow your palms to lift up to the ceiling and push your thumbs down into the floor. When you do that, you'll feel a particular shoulder blade muscle and a rotator cuff muscle engage. Now, take an inhale, straighten both arms, engage the elbows, and then as you exhale, push the arms into the floor as you squeeze through the shoulder blades. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Deep inhale here, straighten the elbows. Exhale, push the arms into the floor, squeeze the shoulder blades. Let's do one more breath. Push those thumbs down. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale, push those arms into the floor, squeeze those shoulder blades, and gently relax. Now take your arms all the way into that same position that we were just in on the yoga bolster. Allow yourself to have it that your elbows are at the height of your shoulder, your palms are up, and your fingertips are pointing away from your head. Check in that you feel that your shoulder blades are underneath you. And then in this position, go to your pinkies and push your pinkies into the floor. Take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, push the arms into the floor. Feel the shoulder blades engage. Pinky stay pushing down. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, push the arms into the floor and feel the shoulder blades engage. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, pushing the pinkies into the floor. Exhaling, squeezing the shoulder blades, pushing the arms down into the floor. Very nice. Slowly relaxing the arms away from the floor, bringing your hands to the center of your heart. One last little opening through those shoulder blades here. So we're kind of going to do eagle arms in a laying down position. So bring your fingertips straight up to the ceiling. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, cross your right arm underneath your left arm. Bend your elbows and see, can you try to interlace or get your fingertips to come towards one another? If not, just hug thyself. In this position, take a deep inhale and pull the elbows up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, can you squeeze those shoulder blades back and down? One more time. Inhale, reach the elbows up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pull those shoulder blades back and down. Beautiful. Straighten the elbows. Inhale, open the arms up straight into that T formation. Thumbs push them down. Inhale, straighten those elbows. Exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. One more time. Thumbs pushing down. Inhale, straighten the elbows. Exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Very nice. Slowly bringing your arms back up, allowing your palms to be together for a second. Take an inhale here. Exhale, left arm is underneath this time, and then bend the elbows and see, can you find a way to interlace your fingers to one another? If you cannot, just hug oneself, and you can work on the stretch in this position. Now, squeezing yourself with those palms together. Take an inhale, reach the elbows, towards the ceiling, and then exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. One more time. Inhale, pull the elbows up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, pull those shoulder blades back and down. Very nice. Straightening the elbows, inhaling, opening the arms up, exhaling, dropping them back down to the floor. One last round of those squeezes between those shoulder blades. So thumbs, can you rotate them down and push them into the floor? Inhale, lengthen the arms away. Exhale, squeeze into the shoulder blades. Lengthen the neck, settle the chin. Inhale, lengthen the arms away, push the thumbs down. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades into the mat, into the shoulder, squeezing them together. Last time, I can't help myself. Straighten those elbows, push those thumbs into the floor. Inhaling here, exhaling and squeezing. Beautiful job, ladies and gentlemen. Now, gently slide your left leg down the mat. Take your right foot, place it on your left thigh. Take your left arm, reach that right knee, and gently bring your right arm out to the side of your body. Take a deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, start to pull the right knee to the left. Feel the pelvis lift, feel the low back lift. Feel the rib cage lift. Keep that right shoulder blade back and down. Lengthen the neck, settle the chin, and then gently turn the gaze towards the right thumb. Hold your spinal twist here. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly, and then exhaling out. Deep inhale into the belly, and exhaling out. Gently bringing your head back to the center. Start at your shoulder blade first. Start to lower the shoulder blade, then the rib cage, then the low back, then the pelvis. Unrotate that hip, place the right foot on the floor, slide the left leg up, rest the right leg on the floor, left foot on the right thigh, right arm up and over towards that left outer leg, left arm out to the side of your body. Take a nice deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, start to pull that left knee across the body to the right. Lift the pelvis and the low back. Lift the rib cage. Keep that left shoulder blade on the floor. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, and take your gaze towards that left arm. Deep inhale into your belly here. Then exhaling out. One more beautiful breath. Deep inhale in. And then exhaling out. Slowly bringing your head back to the center, starting at that left shoulder blade and pushing it down first, followed by the rib cage, followed by the low back, followed by the pelvis. Allow that left knee, hip to unrotate, place the left foot on the floor, slide the right leg up, and then when both both feet are on the floor, take your right knee back to your chest, followed by your left knee back to your chest. Pull your shoulder blades back and down. Allow yourself to take a deep inhale here, and then on your exhale, pull your knees nice and tight into your chest, the only real opening of our low back that we're going to do all day long. Can you lengthen your neck and settle your chin? Let's do that again. Deep inhale into the belly, and then exhaling out. One more nice deep inhale into the belly, and exhaling out. Beautiful. Slowly releasing the right foot to the floor, followed by the left foot to the floor. Allowing one leg to come down to the corner of the mat, followed by the other leg down to the corner of the mat. Now, in this position today, what I'd like you to do is rest your arms, feel the edge of your mat, and then take your hands 2 or 3 inches away from your mat. Feel your shoulder blades underneath you. Settle your rib cage down, so don't allow your back to stay arched. Lengthen your neck and settle your chin. Now, in this position today, we're going to allow ourselves to take really deep breaths into our chest. But we're also going to visualize as we do that those chest muscles, those pectoralis muscles, on every inhale, fully get stretched out, and on every exhale, fully relax. So kind of think about where your sternum bone is right now in the center of your chest. Take this moment to tighten your abdominals. So we're not going to focus on a belly breath just yet. And take a deep inhale in and really stretch through your chest. And then as you exhale, let the air go out. Shoulder blades, pull them back and down. Take that deep inhale into your chest. Feel those chest muscles stretching, and then open that mouth and let that air go. One more time. shoulder blades back and down, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Take that deep inhale into your chest. And then as you exhale, let it completely go. Now, gently take your focus back to your belly and keeping your neck long and your chin settled. Take a slow inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. Let's do that 2 more breaths. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. 1 more time. Deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Now allow your body to be completely still in Savasana. Take your focus right now to your left fingertips. Allow your fingers to rest onto the floor. And don't force them straight, but just soften and let the fingers on the left hand rest onto the floor. Feel the top of your hand and feel that the top of the hand is fully in contact with the floor while the palm gently faces upward, but there's no tension in the hand at all. And then take your focus to your right hand and feel that those fingers are gently touching the floor. And they're not forced to be straight, but they're just gently touching the floor. And go to the top of your right hand and feel it touching the floor, and the palm of that hand is resting upward, but the tension in the hand is just relaxed and gone. And then take your focus to your right forearm. Soften your elbow and your biceps if there's any tension in it right now, and just fully relax that left forearm down into the floor. Go to your right forearm and soften that right elbow, relax the biceps. Just gently let that right forearm fall into the floor. Now, take your focus to your left upper arm. Specifically, think about where your ball and socket are. Your shoulder blade is underneath you. How could you right now relax that tension in your chest and imagine that upper arm relaxing and falling even closer to the floor? And take your focus to your right upper arm. That shoulder blade is completely underneath you. Imagine how you could relax your chest just a little bit more to let that shoulder, that ball of that socket, gently fall a little closer towards the floor. Take your focus now up to your mouth. Check in that your tongue is resting on the roof of your mouth. Your mouth is gently, slightly open, but your lips are closed. No tension in your lips. Take your attention now to your eyes, and the eyes are gently closed, but there's no tension into the eyes. And take your attention to your eyebrows and your forehead and relax any muscles that feel like they're tense for you right now. Just let yourself be still. Finally, take your attention back to your belly, and without changing your breathing, can you perceive that slight movement of your belly up on the inhale and falling on the exhale? Now gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And do some circles with your ankles and your wrists. And then when you're ready, gently allow yourself to slide one leg up, followed by the other. And slowly let yourself roll over onto your side. Just rest there for a moment. Take a nice deep inhale and a nice deep exhale. On your next exhale, when you feel like you're ready, using that top arm, exhaling and pushing yourself up into a seated position. Finding yourself resting in easy pose, gently crossing the legs. Hands are to the heart, smiles on the faces. Oh, may our shoulder girdles and our shoulder blades be happy and open. May our shoulders not hurt. May we allow all the freedom of movement for all of those rotator cuff muscles and our bicep tendons. Nice deep inhale in and out. Namaste. The highest in me salutes the highest in you. Thank you for joining me.